ever look up for the directions to a nearby convenience store just to find out that it's actually much further away than you thought? And that there was a steep hill that you're just not ready to walk for a pint of Ben & Jerry's ice cream? Well, that's because maps are not as accurate as they seem. As much as maps helps us to navigate our surroundings, they're just representations of what's actually out there. And just like we use maps to navigate our reality, we can use mental models to navigate our thoughts, think clearly, and make better decisions faster. So if you feel like your brain is using a GPS that is stuck in the 90s, it's time for you to upgrade your mental maps with these 5 simple and very powerful mental models. And if you're new here, hi, my name's Karina. Welcome to my channel, where I share study hacks, productivity tips, and practical frameworks to help you to elevate your life through education. So mental models are like frameworks for thinking. They consist of a set of beliefs, generalizations, and assumptions about the world that helps us to structure information, making it easier to understand complex problems and make better decisions. And the more mental models we have, the better our decision-making quality is going to be. And today we're going to explore 5 mental models that can significantly improve your decision-making process. The first mental model is a first principles approach. A first principles approach breaks down complex problems into fundamental truths, or no-brainers, by simplifying our understanding and decision-making. And by understanding the core concepts through a first principles approach, we can make more informed decisions and develop innovative solutions, even when we're not experts in that subject. For example, this is how Elon Musk used first principles to build company in fields that he had little to no knowledge on. When he wanted to build an affordable electric car at Tesla, he didn't start by trying to improve on existing models. Instead, he thought through a first principles approach and asked the most fundamental questions like, what is the cost of a battery per kilowatt hour? And then just worked his way up there. And this approach helps us to think outside of the box and create innovative products. The second mental model is called inversion. So inversion is all about thinking backwards. This mental model actually asks us to set anti-goals and think backwards from there. And that means thinking about the worst case scenario to work our way towards a solution where we can avoid what we don't want to happen. In the words of Charlie Munger, all I want to know is where I'm gonna die, so I'll never go there. For instance, if you're responsible for a new project at work, think about what issues could cause it to fail. And by addressing those issues proactively, you'll increase the chances of success. For example, when Elon Musk started working on SpaceX, he and his team thought about all the possible reasons why they might fail, and one of them being the high costs of building a spaceship. But once they have inverted the problem, they were able to proactively think about ways to avoid wasting resources by thinking through ways in which they did not need to rebuild and replace rockets after every launch. And this led them to work on a concept for rocket reusability. And by flipping the problem around and focusing on avoiding undesirable outcomes of rocket waste, SpaceX developed innovative solutions like the Falcon 9's reusable first stage, which drastically reduced the costs of launching rockets into space. And this inversion of thinking has not only revolutionized the space industry, but it has also contributed to the long-term sustainability and affordability of space exploration. Our third model is thought experiments. Thought experiments are a powerful tool for testing assumptions. By imagining different scenarios and outcomes, we can actually challenge our beliefs and make better decisions. You might even already do it intuitively in your day-to-day life, like thinking about all the possible options and outcomes when you're making decisions. Like, what's the best and worst that could happen if you go out with your friends instead of studying for your final exam? And those thought experiments are also used across different disciplines, including physics, philosophy, and ethics, to help us to challenge our assumptions and stimulate logical thinking and push the boundaries of our own understanding. For instance, the trolley problem is an ethical thought experiment that challenges our moral responsibilities when we have the power to make a choice that will result in a death of one or more people. In this scenario, you're standing next to a tram track, observing a runaway tram approaching 5 people who are chained to the track and unable to escape. However, if you push a lever, the tram would be diverted into a different track, killing only one person instead. This thought experiment forces us to consider the ethical implications of our actions and weight the value of one life against many. Our fourth mental model is lateral thinking. Thinking laterally across different fields helps us to gain insights and perspectives from various disciplines. This approach involves drawing connections between different fields and disciplines to generate new ideas and solutions. For example, Hans Moderman used this multidisciplinary thinking when he was redesigning a congested traffic intersection in Dresden, Netherlands. Instead of resorting to traditional solutions, like adding more signs and signals to regulate traffic flow, he integrated insights from various disciplines such as psychology, urban planning, and human behavior to remove all signage from the intersection and to create a concept known as shared space design. And this innovative approach required drivers, cyclists, and pedestrians to rely on increased awareness of each other to navigate the intersection safely, fostering human connection over engineered traffic patterns. And Moderman's multidisciplinary approach led to a significant decrease in accidents and deaths at this intersection. And this showcases the power of combining diverse perspectives to solve problems effectively. And our fifth model is the psychology of human misjudgment. This topic is particularly well studied in behavioral economics. The psychology of human misjudgment focuses on understanding cognitive biases and how they affect our decision making. And by recognizing those biases, we can make more objective decisions. One of the most common biases is confirmation bias, where we tend to favor information that support our existing beliefs. This is a bias that is quite common in social media, where the more you like and consume one type of content, the more the social media platform like Instagram, TikTok, and others will show you related content that they deem that is most relevant to us. Like after you liked one cat video, you come back to your feed being inundated with a million other cat videos. This confirmation bias can also be exploited in social medias to make fake news seem more believable just from the repetitive exposure. But it's not all doom and gloom, because by being aware of those biases, we can actively seek out contradictory evidence and make more balanced decisions. Remember, these mental models are like tools in our toolbox, and the more we practice using them, the better you're going to become at making informed and objective decisions. And by incorporating these mental models to your decision-making process, you'll be able to make better decisions faster. I hope this video has been helpful, and if you already use any other mental models to help you to make better decisions, let me know in the comments, because I love learning more systems to help me to think clearly and make better ideas. And your suggestions might also help someone else too. So thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more educational content and study tips. And if you'd like to supercharge your learning and earning potential with a degree from a top university, you can check out some resources I made available for you on the video description. Don't forget that the more you learn, the more you can achieve. So stay inspired, stay motivated, and I'll see you in the next video.